Hello, welcome back. It has been a long time since I have recorded a video with my face, or even done any videos, I'm not gonna lie. Today I want to talk about some of my favorite Pokemon cards. I grabbed some out of my favorite binder and the very lucky last one actually sits on the shelf up there. We're gonna start with some basic cards because I love this Pokemon so much. It is my boy, Regice or Regice, depending on who you are. Hopefully I remember to flip this video. I'm probably not going to. Look at him. Look at him. I got this. This was my first Regice card. I had the exact same one when I was a child, but I gave up my Pokemon collection to my little brother because I thought Pokemon wasn't cool. Yeah, look at you now, idiot. Look at you now, idiot. Next we have another Regice card. This is a Pokemon League one. I don't know what that means. I don't actually play the TCG, I just really like collecting the cards. I do play the mobile version, but that is a very rare occurrence because the updates on Australian internet take forever. Look at this beauty. It's a reverse holo. I sound like I know jack shit about Pokemon cards, but I have like a huge collection of them. Yes, reverse holo. Now we're moving on to, we'll start with my first ever Radiant card. It took me this long to get a Radiant card that we were in fucking Hisui, bro. I've been collecting since high school, bro. And it took me this long to get my first Radiant card, which is, oh, that's beautiful. I wish I remembered what the different like holographics are called, because there's actually a name for what like the different ones are. Because if you take a look at this one, you'll notice they've got very different ones. I'm pretty sure this was a Radiant, I don't fucking remember. Next, we've got a boring one. Take a look at that. Boom, my surfing Pikachu. I hate this little thing. I don't know why I don't like it. I think surfing Pikachu's cool as fuck, but for some reason I just heavily dislike this card. But because I'm showing off another Pikachu that I got, I thought I might as well show this one off. Everyone loves Pikachu, right? You got him in the back there. I can't remember which one of these it was, but one of these I got from I had brought a whole booster box and got basically nothing except for the one like really good card that is guaranteed for a box, which was, that made me so happy. Here's the next Pikachu who also has the Mew cover. Look at him. Look at the fat little Pikachu. I like this one. I love the art on this one. What can I say? I'm a bitch for this kind of art style. I think that it's beautiful. And if I could make myself cry on command, I would, because this is worth crying over. What you're gonna realize over the next few cards, I love grass types. Big fan, big fan. Like, I remember screaming when I got this one. Can you guess why? It's not the Pokemon, it's my boy boy Milo. So this is embarrassing to say, but Sword and Shield was actually the first Pokemon game that I ever finished. Kind of. I did not like the two fucky hair people who showed up after you beat Leon, so I just beat Milo's gym and stopped playing. But I'm a big fan of grass-type gym leaders. Big fan. I was going to name myself Gardenia, bro. That's how big of a fan I am. But just look at that card. Look at how cute he is. Look at that sweetie. Look at him. He's so cute. And next is one of my, probably in my top 10 favorite Pokemon, as well as the gym leader I was gonna name myself after. Gardenia. Look at her. And Roserade. Even though I didn't know how to evolve Roserade back when I was a kid, and I didn't know what friendship evolutions were, so my ass was just like, yeah, Budu. Budu is definitely a good idea to have on my team, and because I was a child, I was really bad at the game and kept letting Budu letting Budu die, so the Budu did not like me. But I do have a Roserade now in the second ever Pokemon game that I finished, Shining Pearl, which I still play to this day. I know, controversial opinion, but big fan. Also, just look at the art on this, like the forest. I also love the rainbow effect. Of course I do. Look at me. But I love this card. It is in my favorites folder because that's how much I like it. And now, surprisingly, even though I have Glaceon in the background, it is not my favorite evolution. And this one is my favorite, but I'm not gonna say my second favorite because people will just call me a gooner, even though I just like cute Pokemon. Leafeon! My favorite color is green. What do you expect? I love this Pokemon, and my first ever shiny Eevee, I evolved into this, even though I know that it is one of the worst evolution colors. And this was actually in Sword and Shield, because Sword and Shield, I actually have a different region Ditto in my Sword and Shield game that I just realized, why haven't I transferred it into Scarlet and Violet? Let's just ignore that. But Leafeon. I also have, I'm pretty sure, a Glaceon card that looks very similar to this, and I love it. I love the evolutions. Look at me. Of course I love the evolutions. And I don't think the next one is going to be much of a surprise either of why it's one of my favorites, because it's N. It's N. I brought a single pack of this series and I got it in my first pack and I was like, I'm not opening anymore because I just wanted this card. I love green. He's got green hair. Even though, very controversial opinion, Black and White are probably one of the only games, like Black and White and Black and White 2, that I have not played. And I don't really plan on playing it. I don't know. I'm a lover of the Pokemon that I know, and the fact that they made a whole new Pokedex in Black and White, I was like, no thanks. I like having the same team. Thank you very much. But I do love N, and this is one of the few Unova Pokedex Pokemon that I actually really like. I do prefer the Hisui version though. Can you tell I'm a Sinnoh fan? Big fan of Sinnoh. I grew up on Sinnoh, even though I actually forgot that Soul Silver was the first game that I ever played. I didn't realize that until a couple of years ago. After I'd already made my first ever starter, my whole personality. My first ever starter was actually Totodile, not the next card that I'm going to be showing you. This card, love this Pokemon. This Pokemon right here is actually in the line of my second favorite Pokemon. And this was my first ever secret rare. Is that what they're called? Secret rares? Look at that. I'm gonna take it out for you guys, just because I really want to show this off. Look at that. It is beautiful and I love it so much. I adore this line. Big Mareep fan. Big Mareep fan. I've even got my Ampharos back here. Oh, sorry, Piplup. This card is, I remember getting it and I fucking lost my shit because I love this Pokemon and I love its line. Mareep is my second favorite Pokemon. But there's one Pokemon that goes on top. My first ever starter. And it was, I'm pretty sure this is its first ever, from my looking online, because I really wanted an illustration art of this Pokemon, I looked high and goddamn low, because I was like, I need this. I need this. I need an illustration art of this Pokemon. The only ones I could find were a tag team version of it. So I think this might be one of the first illustration arts of this, which, considering it is a Sinnoh Pokemon, what? This is from like a kind of recent set, which is fucking insane to me. That card is one of the only ones that I keep in a hard case. I want to do the... It is my boy Piplup. Look at the little fucking guy. I am the biggest Piplup fan. I've had a rule that my first tattoo is either going to be this little fella or is going to be my friend's signature. This thing is my love. If you cannot tell, I got the Piplup in the background. All of my friends know how much I like Piplup. I have made this Pokemon part of my personality. I never even liked penguins, man. I was a fox and cat fan, if you can't tell by the fucking cat ears. But this little fella stole my heart. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget deleting my brother's Pokemon save that had a shit ton of shinies in it. Thankfully he forgave me for that one. And picking Piplup. I'm not gonna lie, I mostly picked it out of spite because my brother's favorite was Chimchar. But I made this my baby. And just look at it. Look at this little guy. He's even got my favorite number in his HP. Why did I forget HP, bro? Oh my god. But I'm not gonna lie, I made this whole video just because I want to show off this card. I just added the other cards in because I was like, I don't have the capacity to talk about a single card for a long enough amount of time. That's what this was for. Talking about this Piplup card that I spent $30 on. because I wanted it that badly that I wasn't gonna start opening packs to try and get this. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about today, is I wanted to talk about my Pokemon cards, because I'm a huge nerd. I actually made another video, but I tried editing it and did not go well. I sat there for 4 hours trying to edit it. I even watched tutorials. I'm not a good editor, and I don't have the money to hire an editor, and I don't have enough subscribers to even justify getting an editor yet, if ever. This is just me having fun and talking about the things that I really like, or just playing games that I really like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope somebody watches it, because I want to share my interests and I want to show off my cards that I like. So anyways, I might see you guys again in another video if I decide to make another video soon. I wish that I could, but I am actually getting back into studies, so yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys. Goodbye.